I say, how you doing today? I am your host, Lacey G. Soldier Turner, and today I have a very special guest with me. She is the communications director of the Dismas House of St. Louis. We like to welcome to the platform the wonderful, amazing, talented Tara Barrett. Welcome to the platform.
Hi everyone. How are you today?
Doing good on this beautiful day.
Good.
So my first question before we get into what I want to talk about, I want to let the people know about you. Where were you born and raised, and how was your upbringing as a child?
Oh, well, I was born right here in the city of St. Louis a few years ago. No, I'm just playing. But I was born right here in St. Louis, which is why I love this community so much and why I want to support our community. I actually grew up in the St. Louis city projects. So I know about the struggle. I know about, how it is. I know about community. And yeah, I love this city.
Okay, so let me ask you this: for people who never been to St. Louis, because they always see the murder rate and stuff, they want to come see the arch, but they be scared to come here. What can you tell the people about St. Louis who want to visit? Was scared?
We have a lot of amazing things here in St. Louis. I mean, don't be scared. No.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. No, we have a lot of amazing things in St. Louis. One of the fantastic things we have to remember about St. Louis is that it is the show me state, and we really mean that. Show us you can be cool. Guess what?
Right,
We gonna be cool.
right.
Now, and it's all about the love, showing support to one another anyway. So come on to St. Louis because things can happen anywhere.
Right. And me and Tara, we still alive. Come on.
Come on out.
All right. So, Tara, can you tell me what is the Dismas House of St. Louis?
Oh, that's a good question. Thank you for asking. Dismas House of St. Louis is a reentry center located right in the heart of St. Louis, in North City, St. Louis. And we're a reentry center, and we house justice involved individuals. Now, some people may be saying, what is justice involved? No worries. Those are individuals who are completing their sentences with the Federal Bureau of Prisons, at least for the ones we house. But that's basically anyone who's been involved in the criminal justice system. So,
Okay. So, what is a residential reentry center?
another good question. Residential reentry center is formerly known as a halfway house, but we don't use that term anymore because it really kind of has a negative connotation over the years. I still think it's still a solid way of explaining things because technically a person who is in a reentry center isn't exactly at home, but they're not exactly away. So it's kind of that halfway mark where you get freedoms where you can go home and spend time with your loved ones. And then also it gives you that structure that you may need to re-enter the community with
Okay,
support.
got you. So, when did the Dismas House of St. Louis open?
So we actually opened back in 1969, and actually this year is our 65th anniversary. We're so proud of that.
Yes,
We've been
congrats.
around for right. We've been around for a long time, and if we were a person, we'd be up for retirement. That's right. So 1959, we are considered actually the nation's first halfway houses. So a lot of different reentry centers kind of say that they started first. We actually started in 1959, established back in June. So
Okay. And you like the origin of the name is I guess, change it from the word halfway house to this. Is that
to reentry, yeah. And another kind of name change we did, or a name that we did was Dismas is actually the repentant thief, and it's actually Saint Dismas. And we have a lot of ties to the Catholic Church because our organization was actually started by a Catholic priest. So the name Dismas House again refers to the repentant thief. It was the person who was on the other side of the cross, other side next to Jesus on the crucifix. So we try to tie back into remembering things that we need to remember. Like even though someone did something bad way back when, there's always room for them to repent.
okay, okay. So let me ask you this: what is the mission of the Dismas House of St. Louis?
So, our mission is pretty straightforward to successfully prepare individuals returning from federal incarceration from incarceration into the community. So it's kind of like I said, that halfway point where we're kind of there to give you that structure and accountability where we can support you where you need to be supported. Now, not everyone coming from out of an institution or prison needs the support with employment, housing, or treatment, but some do. And I think as a community, we have to acknowledge that so we can move forward. Like there is a difference. There are things that you need assistance with. Not everybody knows how to apply for a job nowadays because I got to be honest with you, Indeed didn't exist 10 years
Right.
ago, right? So you have to learn how to navigate the community the way it is today.
Yes. So let me ask you this, Tara: how are residents accepted into Dismas?
So actually, we're a contracted facility through the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and um, the Bureau of Prisons will actually say, hey, this person needs to come in on this date, and then we accept them that way. Now, there is a referral process where a person on probation can be referred to our program, but we're 100% federally contracted, so those individuals have to be referred by the Federal Bureau of Prisons first.
Okay. So I know you touched on this a little bit, but what services does the Dismas House of St. Louis provide?
We help individuals, as I said before, re-enter the community again with housing, treatments, employment. Now, what does that mean? We don't, have the person show up and we're like, go get a job. We actually say, hey, you may want to go to this program so you can get the skills you need to find employment. Or if a person has a long history with employment and they don't really need the skills, we will say, hey, how can we support you with finding employment?
Yeah.
Even as simple as getting an ID may be something that we start with. We also help refer clients to different programs in the community. There's a lot of fantastic programs that we're near, right across the street from our lovely organization. And we partner with those organizations to help support our clients as well.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me what is the Dismas House Communities Relations Board?
Okay, so our community relations board is made up of probation officers, employers, community partners, volunteers, myself, some of our community advocates that are out there fighting the good fight for those voices that haven't and usually aren't heard. So we have a lot of good people who make up this board. And what our board does is work together so we can help second chance individuals. So be that as helping them with job fairs, helping them with securing employment, whatever the need is, we kind of work on that. Right now, we're partnering with a fantastic program called Family Workforce Family Development Centers, and we're going to have a second chance job fair next Thursday, and that job fair is for second chance individuals in the community. So anyone who needs employment, who's underemployed, who's just interested about programming for second chance individuals, that job fair is again that's April 25th at the Met Center.
Okay. So let me ask you this: how does, I guess, Dismas St. Louis interact with the community?
And one of the things we do is work with our community relations board and host networking events. So on Dismas House's dime, we meet quarterly to let other community partners network and talk about what they need, how they can be supportive to our clients and also the community at large. And they pretty much give us an outline of what their program provides. Each community partner is informing another community partner about those wonderful things. It is free of charge to the people who attend. So a lot of organizations will have you pay for you to participate in their networking event, but ours is absolutely free because again, it's free for those who attend, not free for us because we're paying for it. But we pay for it because we believe in the community and having people network together where they can support one another. Because St. Louis, again, is show me. So we're trying to show them that we're out there for the community.
Facts. It's true. Okay. So I think I'm pronouncing this right, but what is it recidivism rate that we hear so much about?
Recidivism rate. Okay, so recidivism rate is when someone comes out of an institution, right? They serve their time, prison, jail, whatever the case may be, and then they return back to prison, right? So after they get out, they come back into the criminal justice system. So here at Dismas House, our recidivism rate is very low. It's not lower than the nation's average, but what we like to talk about truly is that the recidivism rate in the state of Missouri and the metropolitan area, it has been reduced over the years. Now, what does that mean? That means that the people who were released from prison or incarceration, they're not going back as often. It's something we always need to work on, but having a structured location like a reentry center in your community isn't a bad thing. And a lot of people may think of it as a negative thing. But what we are the brokers from a person leaving incarceration to the community. Now, not everyone knows exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Again, we're there to be supportive and then work with community partners to make sure our clients are supported in the way they need to be supported.
So let me ask you this. So on your journey, I see, you've been doing this for a while. What would you say has been your greatest challenge?
My greatest challenge, knowing when to stop. No, I really mean this from the bottom of my heart. I love it when people can connect, and I love it when people when that light kind of clicks on. Sometimes it clicks on in different places at different times. And working in reentry, I've had the privilege of working with some amazing people. I mean, amazing people who work hard to make a difference in their life. And again, not all of us get that light on moment. I've seen that more often than not, and it just it excites me, it keeps me going, and I appreciate every person who can come through our program and then say, yeah, I did that and that was my mistake, but here I am moving forward, and I want to give back and come back in the spirit and come in and talk to the other clients you have in your program. That honestly, that's the greatest feeling in the world.
Okay. Well, you might have answered my next question. I was going to ask you, what's your greatest accomplishment?
Well, if we're talking about greatest accomplishment, my greatest accomplishment truly is one thing I had not been able to do at Dismas House was to host a second chance career fair. And now we get to do one, and I'm really excited. It has been a small dream of mine because, again, like I said, meeting a lot of different people, hearing their journey, hearing how they were able to make a difference and see and have that light on movement. I truly can't tell you how impactful that is to me, especially when, and not everybody comes back and says, hey, I'm doing this now or that now, but when I do, man, you have no idea, I'm geeking all over the place. Real quick story, if it's okay. Last week I did a networking event, and a young man stood up and he spoke in front of everybody, and he did a wonderful job, by the way. He did a fantastic job. And he said, and I was at the Dismas House of St. Louis, and yada yada yada. So anyway, I was sitting next to my colleague, and I'm saying he was in the Dismas House of St. Louis. And so I went up to him after he finished talking, and I said, so you came down and did interviews with our clients? And he said, no, I was there. I was a client there. And I said, oh my goodness. I was like, you gotta come around. You gotta come speak more. He did a wonderful job. He talked about how he was giving back to the community. I just, honestly, that made my entire month. I mean, I'm still geeked on it right now.
That's a beautiful thing. Shoot,
Yes,
that's a
sir.
good thing. So, for anybody who wants, like, I guess, more knowledge about it and everything, how can they contact the Dismas House of St.
Yes, you can check us out on our website at dismashouse.net, or they can email us at info@dismashouse.net. And we appreciate when people contact us. And we really appreciate if we hear from those who are in the second chance community say, hey, here's how I want to give back, or here's how I want to help.
Gotcha. So, do you have anything else coming up that you want to promote?
Outside of that job fair on 425, there is another. We're working with the Southern District of Illinois Probation Office. We're going to host a second chance job fair in October 24th. So please listen out for that.
Okay. All right. So, listen, my last question that I love to ask all my guests. Okay. When it is all said and done and you are long gone from this earth,
Mm.
what is it that you want the people to know about Tara Barrett?
Mm. That's a question right there.
Mhm.
Truly, if one person can remember that you ain't always got to be perfect, but make someone feel like they were perfect when they were with you. My mom used to always say, real quick, it's not always what you say, but it's how you make someone feel. And that's what you need to remember. So I always want people to feel that they are loved and welcomed. And that's it.
Like that. I love that. That's good. That was a good saying, Mama.
I know that's right.
But Miss Tara, I thank you for everything. Thank you for this interview. You dropped a lot of knowledge, and I appreciate what you're doing for the people in the community,
I,
especially the people that's been inside for real.
I thank you so much too. You're doing good work.
All right, thank you. So I'll let you know when we drop this on the Argus and everything. And you have a great day.
You too. Bye bye.